It's Week 12 of the National Football League.
And we'll see Joe Mixon. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming number one.
It's the Texans and the Broncos coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Dameon Pierce now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Diggs there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Texans are going to have a first down. On play action, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Stroud. The screen pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Everly's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a third and short.
On third down, here's Williams. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another run for Williams. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Nix. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Cut by Sutton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those.
It's a Denver touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Duke the has a hole left, room to run. Into the red zone. He goes the distance, touchdown Houston. The Texans need only one to take the lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Nix. Completed over the middle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing here, Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Here's Nix to throw. Quick slant caught by Sutton. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sending a receiver left. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Complete to Mims. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that
Personal
flag
foul,
on the field.
roughing the passer, defense.
Finally some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely
Automatic first
protected
down.
in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a 1st down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league, and you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks.
He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
1st down, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome and given them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Texans have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And this one does not go far. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Broncos corral it. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. You kind of ripped their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Dell now to return it. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Stroud off the play fake. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down. Couldn't connect to a Tank Dell. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go
That
ahead
penalty
and
is
decline the
declined.
penalty. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. This is ahead for about 5. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines, but hey, they've got the lead. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. 19-13 was the final score. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Greg Dortch, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And we always hear running backs say one fumble is too many for a game. Well, he's lost one now. The low point in a game that's had a lot of struggles for him on the ground. First and 10 now from the 30. Nix from the gun. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry
Personal
on
foul,
the field.
roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on third down. Nix off the play action. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This finds Likely. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And what will they dial up on third and short? They'll throw again. Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season. No, sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it
by a man, and now he's in the clear. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Keeping it with Mixon. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action with Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Texans grab it.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On play action, here's Stroud. Finding Collins. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Completed to Collins. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He breaks a tackle, and he'll get this down to the 40. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stroud. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And as they bring him
Illegal
down,
block in the
let's
back.
check the penalty flag.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Mixon on the toss. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. They'll run here following the penalty. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Texans can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 3-possession lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Nix. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Throwing here, Nix. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Nix with it on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll decline this and take the results. First down from the red zone. Has it in close. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. They'll throw it again. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. They are throwing it again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Third and goal, here's Nix. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Less than a yard, all that's needed on fourth and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Texans get on this kick, and that should do it for this game. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Now here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Texans come away with the road win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Denver.